Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Just as we're getting settled in with the impressive Galaxy S25 lineup, the tech world is already buzzing about what's next. That's right. It's time to talk about the Samsung Galaxy S26. We're sifting through all the leaks, rumors, and whispers to give you the most up-to-date picture of Samsung's 2026 flagships. The pressure is on, especially with Google's Pixel 10 earning rave reviews. So let's see what Samsung might be cooking up. First up, the release date. When can we actually get our hands on these phones? After a bit of back and forth in the rumor mill, it looks like Samsung is sticking to its familiar schedule. Initial reports suggested a possible delay to March due to a new in-house chip, but the latest leaks indicate that plan has been scrapped. So, we're back on track for a January 2026 announcement, with the phones likely hitting stores in February. This follows the pattern of the S25 and S24 series, so it makes a lot of sense. Now for the big question, how much will they cost? While nothing is set in stone, the general consensus points towards a slight price increase. Rising component costs and all the new tech packed inside usually mean we have to dig a little deeper into our pockets. One report did suggest this price hike might only apply to South Korea, so fingers crossed the rest of us get a break. For context, the Galaxy S25 started at $799, with the Ultra model starting at $1,299. Expect the S26 series to be in that ballpark, possibly a little higher. Let's get to the juicy stuff, the features and specs. What's changing? Starting with the design, things have been a bit confusing. Early rumors of a new S26 Pro model seem to have fizzled out. It now looks like we'll be getting the familiar S26, S26 Plus, and S26 Ultra. But there are some interesting tweaks. The base S26 might get even slimmer, dropping to just 6.9mm thick. The biggest visual change, however, could be the return of a raised camera island, a design choice we haven't seen from Samsung in a while, and one that weirdly resembles the iPhone 17 renders we've seen. For the S26 Ultra, expect minor refinements and a redesigned S Pen for a better fit. Moving on to the display, the base Galaxy S26 is rumored to get a screen size bump to 6.3 inches, likely achieved by shrinking the bezels. The Plus and Ultra models are expected to keep their 6.7 and 6.9-inch screens. But the Ultra's display could be where the real magic happens. We're hearing about new tech that could make the screen thinner, brighter, and more power efficient. There's also talk of something called Flex Magic Pixel technology, which could dynamically adjust viewing angles. Imagine a privacy mode for your banking apps that makes the screen unreadable from the side. Pretty cool, right? Under the hood is where things get really exciting. It looks like we're getting a split in processors again. The S26 and S26 Plus are expected to run on Samsung's own Exynos 2600 chip, while the S26 Ultra will likely get the powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 globally. Now, don't be disappointed by the Exynos news. Leaks claim this new chip is an absolute beast, with an NPU that's 6 times more powerful than Apple's A19 Pro and a GPU that outperforms the Snapdragon. Samsung might also be dropping the 128GB base model, starting all phones at 256GB, just like Apple is rumored to do with the iPhone 17. What about the cameras? Well, hopes for a massive sensor upgrade on the S26 Ultra have cooled down a bit. It seems Samsung will stick with the 200-megapixel main sensor but improve it with a wider aperture for better low-light photos. We might also see a new 50-megapixel 5x telephoto lens. The S26 and S26 cameras are expected to be very similar to their predecessors, so no major leaps there. For battery and charging, the leaks have been a bit inconsistent. The latest reports suggest a small battery increase for the base S26, from 4,000 to 4,300 mAh. The big news is for the Ultra, which might finally get a charging speed boost from 45 watts up to a much faster 60 watts. And it looks like Qi to wireless charging could be standard across the entire lineup, which is a welcome upgrade. Finally, the software. The S26 series will almost certainly launch with Android 16 and Samsung's One UI 8.5, We're hearing about new AI features, including more choices for your default AI assistant and that cool AI-powered privacy display we mentioned earlier. And of course, Samsung's excellent 7-year update policy should continue, keeping your device secure and up-to-date for years to come. So, that's everything we know so far about the Samsung Galaxy S26 series. It's shaping up to be a year of refinement and some very interesting performance upgrades. Which of these rumored features are you most excited about? Let me know down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates as more news drops. See you in the next one.